How is everybody doing today? Tuesday. That's right. I'm on, and it's Tuesday, and I'm not alone.
Hi, guys.
Introduce to you
Well, it's not
the
Dawn. I'm here.
maker of the, where is it? Two Hip Chicks Peel.
Yes. I didn't make it. I just put a label on it, dude.
Dawn from Two Hip Chicks.
Yeah.
Hey, Dawn, how's it going?
It's going.
Oh, and as you could see, I'm sorry. I did this last Friday. I didn't hype it up enough, obviously. But if you spent over $10 on the Dolly Polly show with me,
Yeah.
you were included. You got a package of Pokemon cards. So I'm going to do that again tomorrow, only with me, because I'm here and the other sellers are not. So we're going to do that again. I wanted to start a show again because, as you know, maybe you don't know, before I say hi to everybody, used to do a show in the mornings, and then it was tough to get guests, especially after COVID hit. I had guests lined up. All of a sudden, COVID hit. Oh, we have a skeleton crew. Everybody's working from their house. We can't do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. So there went that. Not only that, but it's like, 9 o'clock Eastern time. That means it's 6 o'clock here. A little early for us. So then I moved it to 4 o'clock. Still, COVID. Damn COVID. Then we moved it to 6. And then all I've been doing lately is I'll do a show once in a while, different show. And then we do the swap meet on Wednesdays at 6, letting anybody want to come in and sell, come on in. And then the Dolly Polly show on Fridays. So I figured Tuesdays, because I kind of get wrangled into this, and I don't mind. When I say wrangle, I kind of like it. People want to talk business. And like I spoke to Johnny and I spoke to Dawn, and I love talking to them too because they have booths. They went over and above, not just reselling online, but now they actually do like a retail shop, basically, right? Yeah. Just one you don't have to man.
Right. Yeah.
So then but when I'm on with Johnny, when I go on with you sometimes or whatever, the topic always comes up. What about this? What about that? And one of the questions I get a lot is, how do you open up these wholesale accounts? So I figured, let me start a new series, 3 things for resellers. And Wendy chimed in on one of the posts, 3 things that she says we should all have. But before we get rolling, let's say hi to everybody, as usual.
Hi, everybody.
We got Cajun Roots reseller in for the Pie Point. Not as if he needs one.
Pie points.
Lucky Charm Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, Johnny, for coming in. Lambo Stacker, how you doing?
Yep.
Always in for some tips. Lisa C.
Bring the tips, baby.
Love to get me some steak tips. Kathy's Corner. Hi, Kathy. How are you doing? Kathy, what color is the hair today? Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Lambo Stacker, Kathy's Corner, Paul's here, Johnny's here. Flip it. Yeah, flip. Sorry, I only had one coffee today. Flipping Florida Mingo, number 2. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Robert?
More coffee.
Hey, Robert, how are you? I heard you got like 5 inches of snow last night or today.
Robert? Yeah, possibly.
Yep. I spoke to my son earlier, and he said, yeah, and it was still coming down.
It's still snowing here.
Really? Yeah.
Yep.
Penny Day. Hey, Penny.
Hey.
Kathy's Corner, Lambost. These are the 3-pack. These are the infamous, rare, hard to find Pokemon 3-pack. Ooh.
Ooh.
Pittsburgh, Anthony.
Yep.
How you doing? I got your box. I told you, I think, last 4 or 5 days ago. Still haven't opened it.
I'm echoing, according to Kathy.
I don't know. You haven't said anything. How could you be echoing?
I don't know. I don't know.
I haven't let you get a word in edgewise.
An Erden Redwise. Yeah.
Right. Wedge salad. Carol's Creative Corner. How are you, Carol? Long time no see. Wendy, Kathy, Dawn, you are echoing. Misha, Renee, beautiful people. She's got that right, huh? Beautiful people.
Am I still echoing?
All the beautiful people.
I'm not.
Picky Nicky, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. So thank you, everybody, for coming in. So what's with you today, Dawn? What have you been working on?
Listing.
Cool.
Lots and lots of listing. Trying to get the listings up so the sales happen, which it's been working. More listings, more sales. What the hey?
Yeah, that's funny.
That
That seems to be a no-brainer, I guess, when you talk about it. It's the more you list, the more you sell.
It works.
Who, not me? No need for moon pie points. Just pass it to Lucky Charm Wendy. I joined a listing challenge.
Oh.
And I think I told you earlier, I hired a VA for all that you virtual assistant.
Yep.
Not a vet, a virtual assistant. And I've been, the past few months, I've been on a buying spree. Now, I met Greg visually for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I look behind him, and he's got stacks and stacks and stacks of stuff. And I was like, oh, my God. The only thing I could think of asking him is, have you stopped buying? No. I bought a huge collection of Star Wars.
Nice.
And I said to him, and this was 2 weeks ago, I think. And I said to myself, I'm done buying for a while. This is good. This will take me a few months to go through. I'm done. No. I was out to the auction the Friday after that and bought some more stuff.
No, fear of missing out or looking for the good deal, or sometimes good deals just fall in your lap and then you got to do something with it. So.
And the funny thing is they fall in your lap when you least expect it.
Or when you have the least amount of room.
Right. So how do you pass up a good deal? Because once we're resellers, it's kind of like, all right, it's being auctioned off for, I don't know, $50. I can make 300. Yeah, I'm in. So
exactly.
It's like, crazy.
Come on, it's crazy. You just gotta.
So, if anybody has any questions, or if anybody wants to come in, just tell me. And if you have some good ideas and stuff like that, or, ask some questions in what was that? It said approve or deny, and then it went away.
Oh, they obviously got approved or denied. So the title of this series, 3 Things for Resellers. Explain that.
3 things. What are 3 things that you would like to learn more about? Or what are 3 things you think as a reseller we should focus on? Now, I'll tell you what Wendy put in there. A work area. I guess a designated work area to do pictures, to do photos, your photos for the listing, to do the listings, to pack. And that's true. A place to pack all by itself instead of packing on the same desk that your computer and your monitors are on and everything is nice, would be nice to have. Hello, Jennifer. How you doing, Jennifer? It's not only a designated place to work, but an organized place to work.
Well, I have the designated part down anyway.
Right. And I think that's the same thing with me. I only clean mine once a week.
Yeah.
Um,
My packing space gets stacked up with stuff, and then I have to flush it out again and
right.
re-clear the space. And then
Hello, Love Hollis. I'm just seeing if I missed anybody's questions. If I do, anybody, and if I miss saying hello to anybody, just say it again. Just post it again.
yeah, and put like question marks in it or something so they can.
Yes.
Question marks are helpful.
So yeah, a designated place to work is important. Hello, DC Cells. How are you doing? And here, I'll do this if anybody does have, because this is like open forum. Definitely open forum. If anybody wants to come in and share their ideas or what they do, definitely come on in and share. And the other thing that, two other things that Wendy said, an inventory system and a printer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people talk about the printer. Are you printing your labels on 8.5, 11, cutting them, taping them to the box? Or do you have...
My printer right there. Hear that? My printer.
Like, do you have a 4x6 printer that prints your labels? Because believe it or not, if you have one of these, that's it. My label just printed, slap it on the box, and go. Whereas if you're printing on the big printer, now you have to cut it out, you have to tape it on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a time saver. I am, but I don't get many orders.
So we have a Dymo, which is the 4x6.
Yep.
I have an old laser that you heard, LaserJet printer that I do the 2-up labels on. There's like half of the pages label. So I do that. And then it'll print on paper when I run out of that. And then I've got a little brother, which I can probably pull up here, maybe. Oh, no, it's attached. It's a QL 500 for like inventory labels and smaller labels.
Yep. So you're just like me.
I have a lot of different things.
Right underneath this monitor, I have my ArcScan, which is my 4x6 printer.
Mm-hmm.
To the left, I have my Dymo, which is for my Amazon labels. To the left of that, I have my brother for everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And the other kind
nice
of labels.
They're handy. I mean, Mary right now has the over at her desk. She has the Dymo, but she's been doing a lot of the invoicing, and she'll do the shipping labels over there. So what isn't eBay is done over there.
When you upgrade, always keep your old for a backup. Definitely, DC. And those half sheets, Carol, if you don't buy them, open up yourself a free UPS account and get them through UPS. They're free. They'll give you, I think, 100 at a time.
Yeah. And then use UPS once in a while. Just,
Yeah, definitely.
They don't like it to get the free labels and then never use them.
Right, exactly.
Service, but
take advantage of everything free.
Yeah.
I print and cut all my one printer. I want a thermal, but I need to work with my phone via Bluetooth.
And I don't do that, I don't think.
Yeah, you can. I just forget how.
Well, with Dymo, I know you have to, at least the XL 400, whatever they are, it doesn't network. You have to get a special thing for it to network, and I don't think it Bluetooth. So.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, see, all my printers from here are connected to my network.
Mm-hmm.
So if my phone's connected to my network, the printer will come up. Then I could just print on that. So look into that. But I mean, don't go nuts. It just,
don't go crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you not to go nuts with that.
And he's got 3 printers under his desk.
Right. I am waiting for delivery today. I have watched him drain all around me today, but not deliver here. Okay, thank you. That was very good information for the people. I keep reading that it doesn't work with your phone. Misha, if you have a network, if you make a home network, hello, Perlini. And
so
what
you have
I
a
mean,
Dymo? Paul?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dymo Brother Arc Scan.
Okay.
What I mean by that is I have fiber optic. It comes in, goes to the monitor. Now, typically, then the monitor will go to my router. I have a Nighthawk, which is a router monitor.
You mean a modem?
Yeah, modem. What did I say?
Thank you. So say, go into your monitor.
Yeah, it's a modem router. So my printers go right to that. So if I bring up, there's a program, I think it's called iPrint or Print Everything, something like that on my iPhone. This is a new iPhone that I haven't put it in yet. If I connect this to the network and I want to print something, I could just tell it which printer to print to and it'll print it.
Well, can you do it from your laptop or your desktop computer or your computer?
Oh, the desktop automatically, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's not wireless. That's right into the router also.
Okay.
But that's all techie stuff and things like that you could spend hours on. You know, hours. The big thing is, what do you have to do to, like everybody's saying, I'm sure, is get more sales. And like you said, is the more you list, the more sales you get.
Well, for me, it's been getting things listed because I started out part-time and then I moved to full-time, and it's been getting things listed and getting my my store built up.
Right.
And figuring out, and sourcing's been kind of on the side, but yeah, getting more things listed. Gee, it's amazing how more things sell.
Yeah. Definitely. Now, I do have a question for you. Tech is definitely my Achilles heel. D, I'm telling you, I have never Googled how to do this, that, and the other thing so many times in my whole life. It's amazing. It is amazing.
Google is a wonderful thing. Google YouTube.
I have a starter store. When do I need to upgrade? You'll know because you'll start making more money.
They'll start charging you for listing things.
Yeah, well, I think what is regular store, is it $39.95?
Something like that, yeah.
250 free listings a month now.
Yeah, they upped it during COVID, especially.
But yeah, Penny, don't spend more money. You know, one of the big, and I still have that question I want to ask you. Remind me about that.
I'll try.
People used to ask me when I had my office all the time, what's the best CRM to use? Customer relationship management tool to use? Because in real estate, all the agents are looking for basically this, the magic pill that does everything. And
I'm glad you told me what that was. I was worried.
Yeah, and there's no such thing. So what's the best anything to use is the one that you use. And like I would tell everybody all the time, you have Outlook on your computer and it's free. Use that. It's there. It's free. Use it. Don't spend money on anything until you use what you have that's free.
Mm-hmm.
So the question I had for you, Dawn.
Okay.
You list on eBay, and you have an antique mall booth.
Yes.
How do you decide which goes where?
Okay.
Or do you split them and you have the same thing on both?
No, I mean, there's some things that will sell better if after you do it a while, you know what sells better in person versus online. So things I sell in the booth are things that are too big to really ship, that I don't want to ship, that are, that we pick up, like furniture, things like that we either repurpose or clean up and just sell as it is. So there's, that's on obvious. I'm not going to ship that. But so it depends on the season as well. But we do a lot of kitschy, like kitchen things, little impulsey buy things in our booth, collectibles, stuff like that. You'd almost have to lot it up to make it worth selling on eBay.
Yeah.
So there's another thing that I do, or we do, that we just kind of, you populate the booth with things that people are going to pick up and buy, a one-off or whatever, versus they're not looking necessarily for that. So a lot of impulse items, we'll call it those, that go in the booth. And, like I said, things that are such a small amount of, profit margin on them, as far as if I listed them, I'd have to list them in a lot to get to make it worth shipping it for people. So, but that, and just, I don't know, it's kind of a thing you just feel out after if you've done eBay for a while, that maybe something like a teapot or something is better put in the booth than it is online, especially. And I research it on eBay first too. A lot of the stuff, not the cookie cutters or whatever. I kind of know that, but
So there's a lot of research.
Sure,
you have a lot of research involved.
There's always research involved.
In deciding eBay or booth.
Some of it's intuitive, but a lot of, if there's a weird item that I'm not sure, if I want to, I'll look for eBay first, because eBay's a quicker sale usually. Stuff does sell well in the booth. I'll put vinyl in the booth. I'll put vinyl on eBay. So take vinyl then. I've got a bunch of 45s, a bunch of LPs, and I will put those in the booth that are not like highly sought after collectibles, but that people will recognize and buy. So like I had this album when I was a kid. I'm walking through and looking through records at an antique booth. Oh, look at there. That's an impulse buy, really, when you think about it. They weren't necessarily looking for it, but when they saw it, they knew they wanted it. So that kind of thing goes in the booth, where online, like on eBay, I'll list the rare, pressings of something, or
yes.
Pressings. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. If I believe if I get a booth, if and when I get a booth, I think I want to start doing some furniture.
Okay.
Because the deals, and I don't know how it is there or where anybody else lives, but
I was laughing at DC sales. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry if I'm not getting to your comments yet, but I have it stopped on my end. I will. The deals that, like an Ethan Allen table in 6, $75, and it's a $4,000 set. If you can't double your money on that, or see the potential anyway, but you need to have a venue for it, an outlet for it.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I could see that. Like if I had the booth, I think I would choose bigger items that I don't want to deal with packing and shipping to go there. That's the same reason I do FBA.
Yeah.
Not really. Because
those
are not. I don't want to deal with the packing and shipping.
Yeah, exactly.
Listing challenge I'm doing is with Chaz. It started a week ago, and so far I think I put up, 40 items.
Nice.
I'm trying to get to the point where I could do 50 to 100 a day. And I think I have enough stuff to do that. Am I doing it alone? No. Is Sandy helping me? No. What does that tell you? I have 170 listings. Penny, I think I just had the second stage up store with almost 700 listings. So, I don't think I would go nuts with it. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
No such pill. That's right. Paul brought visual aids. Yes, I did. Good thing I told her that was supposed to be a pill.
I was slightly terrified for a brief moment.
Yep. Facebook user, thanks for coming in. Hopefully you're still in. Boy, that thing just jumped on me. It is hot as hell. And nothing, people. I have the AC on.
You're breaking my heart here, Paul.
I know. It's 85 here.
It's like 19 here.
Wow.
I'll trade you.
Facebook user, please come over to the YouTube channel and you can mingle and talk to everybody else in the chat. There is a place in eBay to compare the benefits of all store levels. Yes, there is. Yep. I think it's under fees. It will help you calculate the fees.
Yep.
Oh yeah, talk about fees. I did my Amazon. I think I told you this the other day. I sent up 50 items to Amazon last week, Saturday. Mm-hmm. And I use Inventory Lab, so it tells you your cost, your profit, and your fees. And the fees are 26%. Mm-hmm. Amazon FBA. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it is more expensive to use Amazon. But I don't have to do anything after that. It says first 200 are free on eBay. Yes. Mm-hmm. Johnny's rule, I ain't shipping that nowhere. Yes.
It's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Like LLD, right D, true D. Paul, do you mean tracking labels by UPS? That was like yesterday's comment. What was she talking about? Paul, do you mean tracking labels by USPS? Carol, can you elaborate on that or come in and explain yourself? Explain yourself, Lucy. Lucy, explain yourself. After a while, you know what would do best in an antique booth than on a platform. I would imagine that comes with experience and having it for a while. SW Records, how are you? You are Stephen, I believe, because your picture didn't change. The name has changed to protect the innocent.
Well, you know, always.
Yep. Here at our vintage store and monthly market, mirrored storage shelves and items and furniture sell quickly. Stephen, yeah, I was right. Stephen. It would be hard to be a reseller here in my town. Expensive yard sales, no antique malls or stores, thrift stores. Wow. And we do have a Goodwill. Perlini.
Places are tougher.
I am going to totally disagree. You were talking about labels free on USPS. No, drop one of the S's. UPS.
Yeah.
I'll spell it for you, Carol. UPS. They're the people that drive around in the brown trucks, not the red, white, and blue ones. Open a free account, and you can start ordering those free labels. They're half and halves. Where's Perlini? Where are you? Perlini. Okay, it's hard to be a reseller.
Well, you know, she hates UPS, but the labels are free. I don't know what to say about that. You hate them, you hate them.
Yep. Perlini, if you're like anybody, if you've been in your house more than 5 years, 10 years, you've accumulated stuff. You probably have stuff that you haven't touched in a couple of years. Start there. Sell that stuff. It has a sentimental value. You can't. But you're talking now about sourcing, and we'll hit on that because you say you have a couple of Goodwills. Go to shopgoodwill.com.
And there might be local auction places too you can go to.
Yep.
That are online but local.
Yep. If you go to shopgoodwill.com, you're going to see the first thing is their shipping and handling prices are outrageous. So what you do,
go there anyway.
You go on the upper left-hand side and you drill down to your closest local outlet.
She's got one, by the way. She's got one.
Okay. And then that's where you bid on the stuff. And typically, like mine, they give you 3 days the next week for you to pick it up. So by doing that, you could save 20, 30, even more money picking it up yourself. Because now if you have to pay $30 and you're only getting 3 pieces, that averages out to $10 more a piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely,
Hey, Larry.
Definitely look into that.
She said she's lived there 40 years.
40 years, man. Do you have stuff?
Well, but there is I mean, yeah, and thrift stores, if you don't have decent thrift stores like One Goodwill and they overcharge, there are other places to find inventory. You just got to be creative.
Yep.
And maybe you'll have to do online arbitrage. You might have to.
Right. Free labels at USP.
Blame it.
She's asking if they're not tracking labels. They're printable.
Printable labels, and I don't have any handy, or I'd show you because I just ran out.
Yeah, and I haven't used them in so
They're
long.
2-up labels.
All I see is tracking labels. Do you have an account, Carol?
They come 2 to a page, so half the page is one
Yep.
label and label. There, that's the best I can do for you. I got regular paper today.
Yeah, Lisa, 79 there. It was 84, 85 here today. Hot, hot, hot. Carol's creative. He meant the blank rolls. No, D, just like Dawn showed. They come in a sealed pack like regular paper, but they're labels 2 up on a sheet.
I really don't have any. I wish I did. I'd show you.
Yeah, I know I don't have any.
But yeah, and you can also buy them. I mean, it's still a better deal. Even if you buy them.
Yep, Walmart sells them. Staples sells them.
Paper and tape.
Right.
Truly.
Yeah, it just saves you a little bit more time.
Mm-hmm.
This thing jumped again. One Goodwill. Shop Goodwill. Wicked Discounts. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. 70s stuff is crazy right now. Old ashtrays, coffee mugs, toys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Perlini, you've been there for 40 years. You might have some 70s stuff. Rosie's Closet. I hardly shop in the stores anymore for inventory. I buy everything online. Hello, Larry. Hello, Robert. At some point, can you discuss how you price on eBay items? Definitely. Good evening, Larry. Also go to bluebox.com. Goodwill Blue Box. And when you buy from there, make sure you check everything. And I mean everything. You can source online, also through reseller auctions. Yep. I'm not going to do any reselling. All right, Perlini. We were just trying to help you.
I don't blame you. You don't feel it, you don't feel it. It's just
I was a reseller when my kids were growing up. Okay. Lucky Charm. Next door, the next door site, there's always your neighbors selling stuff.
Mm-hmm. Facebook Marketplace, next door app.
So talk about how we price things on eBay. Can you elaborate on that a little? Because it's kind of an open-ended question. How do you price things on eBay? You mean, do I price it to get the top buck and wait for the top buck? Do I price it so it takes a couple of weeks to sell? Do I price it below market value, which means below what the current things are selling for, so I can get it sold right away? My closest blue box is Lake Worth, and they are ridiculously price high. Yeah. All right, then maybe I don't know what blue box is. I thought they were talking about Goodwill blue box. Do you go lowest? Do you also check Amazon and Mercari and all of what you are saying?
Ooh.
Jules, blue box.
I'll kick back while you answer this.
Why? Jules, blue box. Is it Goodwill blue box?
So Paul's not answering the question. I can answer it.
I didn't want to. Yes, it's Goodwill blue box online. Yeah. Lake Worth, they ship blue box from all over the country. not just Lake Worth. And the only reason I tell everybody to check everything is because one time they introduced a Pandora mystery box. So I said, well, Sandy's into that. Let me grab one.
Mystery box.
Yeah, they guaranteed it to be at least $100 minimum value and as much as $300 value, and it was $50. So I said, well, let me grab one for Sandy. Maybe she'll like it. It came in not one piece was original Pandora. It was all the Walmart version of Pandora, which we could have bought every piece for like $19.
Yeah.
So I emailed them and I said, listen, these are all not Pandora. These are all fake. So they took them back. I bought a comic lot.
Goodwill.
Yeah, I bought a comic lot from them that was shipped from, I want to say, California, and I did an unboxing video. And I sent it to them. I said, look at this. You guys need a packing 101. It was 20 comics loose in the box that was this big, just everywhere. And they were so embarrassed. They gave me a credit.
Mm-hmm. So back to DC. I think it was
yes,
DC.
DC. We don't want to forget
pricing on eBay. Did you want to answer that, or do you want me to?
Go ahead. I've been talking a whole bunch, not even giving you a little chance to get a word in edgewise.
Well, take a breath. There you go. So what I do is, it depends on the item, of course. If I know I can do a quick flip with it, I usually figure out what the going price is and just price it at that to get my money back plus whatever. Depends on what I spent on it. It depends on what, if it's a rare item or not. So there's a lot of variables involved that tell you, kind of, you figure out where you want to fall. If it's something you want to hold for a while, make it long tail, you get more money for it, that's great. But if you don't want to get some of your investment back, then you price it lower. So it depends, I guess, is the best thing to say. But usually I price for quick sale because and I try to get a good price when I buy things. So I try to either get free or damn near free, sorry, Family Channel, or really reasonably priced. So quick buck or quick nickel versus long dime, something like that.
Fast nickel or a slow dime.
Yeah, there you go.
So you're always pricing it for the quick sale?
Unless it's something really rare and I know I've got a real unicorn for somebody. Yeah. Are you
doing free shipping?
No.
Okay.
I do flat rate shipping.
So you're saying that $5, $6?
Yeah.
Even though it might cost you maybe $1 more or $1 less, $5. Okay.
Yep. Because, depending on East, West Coast, whatever, however far they are from me, calculated shipping sometimes on eBay gets to be really obnoxious and it deters the purchase. So I like to keep it, let people not freak out about the fact that eBay tells them they're going to have to pay $26 shipping when it's not going to really be that much.
Right.
Yeah.
What now? All right. So where are you buying these items? Just like one example.
Estate sales, garage sales, thrift stores.
Are you using the eBay app to research the price before or when you buy?
Well, a lot of times, most of the time I go in knowing that I'm looking for a specific thing and I know what I can sell it for. If it's some one-off thing that catches my eye or is odd enough, I will look and see if I can find it on eBay. If it's something new, I'll check a price on Amazon as well. So
you are similar to myself also. We kind of stick to our niches.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I'm at an estate sale and Sandy says the toys are over there. So I said, "Oh, that's a Captain America. That's a $20 figure. Or that's a Batman. That's a Japanese Batman. That's a $50 figure." And so that's when I know. Well, damn, they got a $10 price tag on it. I think I can find the accessory for it and maybe get $40 for it. So I'll take a chance.
Yeah. Well, when Mary and I go into a space, she'll go off towards glassware or whatever, and I'll go over towards electronics. So if it's an estate sale or something, I'm in the garage in the basement and she's upstairs, in the kitchen and in the dining area. So
I think D, that's one of the things that, I tell people all the time is you really got to know what you're selling. Although you'll hear a lot of people say you got to break out of your comfort zone. Because you can't expand. I can't expand if I'm going to keep selling toys, for 40 years now, whatever. So yeah, there is, and I use everything. I'll use Camel. I'll use the eBay app. I'll use TerraPeak. I'll use the Amazon app, because if it's new in package, like, I got some of these new in package and they're older, but Amazon, after fees, I could make $2. It's not worth it.
No.
So I sold them on the local auction. But yeah, I mean, and that stuff I didn't know anything about, but I just said, hey, I can, get a good deal on them.
Speaking of Amazon, what annoys me about Amazon, I'll take this little guy as an example. Remember him?
Yep.
I got a butt ton of these. I went to different Walgreens and I bought them. And I bought them,
Yep.
I bought them.
And you can't sell them on Amazon.
I did, and I could. And I did, and I made some good money on these little guys.
Yep.
I mean, now I'm not afraid to say $5.99 flat. I mean, that's the retail price of them. And I was selling them on Amazon for like anywhere from $22 to $30 or more, right? So after fees, I made at least 3 times my money back.
Yep.
I had one left. The listing got shut down, and now I am blocked, or now I am gated. So Amazon will do that to you. So if you find something
a lot of things changed January 1st with Amazon. I sent up, now in the last 2.5 weeks, I sent up 175 items to Amazon. Now I was selling a ton of video games.
Yeah.
January 1st, you cannot sell EA Sports anymore. You cannot sell Nintendo anymore. Nintendo anything anymore. You can no longer sell grocery items anymore.
Wow.
Oh my God, I was gated now.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
So yeah, and
post-COVID, whatever.
Yep. Yesterday, I spent probably 4 hours calling companies, emailing companies to open up wholesale accounts, so I can get a receipt from a licensed, certified distributor, so I can sell these things.
Flipping Flamingos has a point.
Let me get there. Let's see. Hold on, everybody. I'm sorry if I'm missing questions. Go back.
Sold comps is a must. Don't just look at what it's listed for. Look at what it sold for.
Sold for, yeah.
Because anybody can ask anything for anything,
Yeah, they won't get it.
I could ask $80 for this on eBay, and 4 other people could think it's worth $80 and list it for that, but it's not.
I've ordered several book box. Truly, I got my Goodwill box today from Tennessee. Was plush. I think I saw that opening. Larry, you got a ton of plush.
Cool. Plush is pretty good.
And thanks for coming in, Larry. Hello, Melanie. Just saw the notification. Hi, everyone.
Drop the link again.
You
dropped it so far back that I don't know if everybody knows they could come in if they want.
Yeah, anybody else wants to come in and tell me to shut up so they can talk a little, come on in. Come on in. We're just going to do business talk. That's all this Tuesday show is going to be about, is just business talk. I agreed, Dawn, the way I look at it, get out the door fast as possible.
Yeah.
My husband seems to have a compulsive need to be lowest price. Now, see.
Well, it sells fast.
Yeah, on Amazon, the lowest price is the buy box. And they'll tell you there's no need to be the lowest price.
No.
And I did it on eBay because if you're at $5, I mean, if somebody's at $5 and you're at $8, maybe they're not a top rated seller and you are.
Mm-hmm.
A a lot of people might look at that and say, well, this guy's got a lot of good feedback and everything. I feel safer buying from them. So I don't think there's really a need, unless it's time to dump and run. I don't think there's a need to be the lowest.
Not always. No. I mean, unless you want to get rid of stuff, unless you're trying to move inventory quickly and get it out of the house, or you've had it, I mean, if it's been there for years and years, start having some sales.
Yeah, and I don't get that. I don't get the people that had stuff listed for over 2 years, a year.
Mm-hmm.
If my stuff is not sold within 6 months, I'm gonna dump it.
Yeah. So
it was me that asked. Don't blame D for my silly question. There are no silly questions, Lisa. None. I pick up everything and anything I can. I figure out. I learn as I go. Check Melanie's new video. Cool. D's laughing out loud. Look at Soul Comps is a must. The chat is jumping. Come on, Don. Say something. I don't want to just keep. I mean, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Amazon uses you and your money.
Once you run out of air, I'm good.
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry for just keep rattling.
Amazon. Okay, so DC sells. If Amazon notices an item is doing well, they will start selling that item and knock out the competitors. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Amazon is like dealing with your mother-in-law. You don't want to, but sometimes you have to.
I don't mind dealing with my mother-in-law.
It was just a metaphor.
Amazon, when I first started in Amazon 7 years ago, when I was selling toys, it wasn't too bad. Nowadays, they're in bed with Hasbro, and they have their own exclusive Hasbro action figures. So now, like I tell everybody all the time, if I make $1 on an action figure, that's a lot. And then Walmart's the same thing. They sell them for $1 more than I pay cost.
Yeah.
The days of 50% markup on toys is long, long gone.
And then if you do find stuff on clearance, say you're buying clearance to resell, you usually have to hold it because everybody's bought the same stuff.
Yeah.
And you're buying it, but unless you get it out there right away, somebody's going to have it out there, and then you'll just fight to the bottom as far as price goes. So just hold it for a year. If you can do that, don't buy, don't spend all your money that way. And did Picky Nicky ask what a 45 was? Sorry if I did that. 45 RPM records are 7-inch singles.
You don't have one or 100 next to you?
I don't have a $100 one. No, not here. I guess I get. Well, if I can find one.
I have a couple next to me if you need.
So I don't have a $100 one, but I have a color.
No, I meant hundreds next to you. Oh, you got a nice red one.
Yeah, I have a nice red one. So this is a 45 RPM record. That's what I meant by 45s. And then LPs are the bigger ones. Which, hold on. I'm sure I can pull one out now. There we go. Like that. So that's a regular size. That's what I'm saying. I sell these and 45s, which is what I call them, but they're 7-inch. These are 12-inch, 33 1/3 RPM records. There you go.
I still have some of my family's 78s.
I don't do many 78s because they break.
Yeah, they are fragile.
Just a moment.
What song is the red one?
This is a 78.
Yep, it's very thick, right?
They're. You can hear that?
Yep.
You're gonna love this. So let me pull out John Denver. So these are made of vinyl. There's a little lesson. These are made of vinyl, and they're pretty resilient. They do warp easily in heat, but you don't. You can do this to them. They're pretty resilient. So are the 45s. They're made of vinyl usually too. They're, pretty stretchy, bendy. But 78s are made of shellac. And shellac is very brittle. Now, you may freak out and think I just broke this record for nothing. It was cracked. So don't freak out. But they do break very easily. So shipping them is a pain in the butt. There you go. So I don't do a lot of 78s anymore. I throw that away.
What was the red record?
The red record is an RCA Red Seal record. It is from the 50s, I believe. They did a lot of Oh man,
They
like
did color ones back then?
classic. Yeah,
I didn't
I
know
think
that.
they did some red vinyl. It was like more classic,
Yeah.
classical music. This one is Songfest, high school cadets, marching band. They did all different stuff on red
Wow,
vinyl.
I didn't know they did color ones back then.
Yeah, they did. So anyway, this is why I don't ship shellac. There you go.
Yeah, the ones I have are extremely thick, and they're very old.
Very brittle. Shellac is very brittle. Anyway, all right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Next.
So what other questions? What questions did I miss? Just put them in again.
No, it wasn't red wine, unfortunately, but that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
I have that at 45, but it's not in red, unfortunately. Nobody else wants to come in and talk to you, Paul. I noticed that.
Red wine on red, Blueberry Hill on blue. Oh wow! I just saw your comment.
Blue vinyl. That would be good, yeah. Never thought of that. That was a $700.78. No.
If anybody wants to come in and chat and just talk a little bit about business stuff, just feel free.
Yeah. Or shall I break more records? No, we won't do that.
Dealing with eBay is like dealing with... No, I think she meant dealing with Amazon is like dealing with your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Although I don't have a problem dealing with my mother-in-law.
Oh, no. I get along. Yeah, I get along with my mother-in-law. But anyway, it was just don't take it personal if you get along with your mother-in-law. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry that it's...
But for, next week when we do this, we'll... I think we could touch on a lot of sourcing places because there's a lot of sourcing you could do right from your computer and never have to leave the house.
Yeah, and another topic would, besides sourcing, would also be trying to, get some wholesale accounts so you can qualify if you want to for
we could do that.
Things. Or just get inventory. You might want to just do it for that.
Right. One thing I would like to leave people with is, not that we're leaving right now, because I know Carol's still here, and she's not going to go on until 8 tonight.
And Melanie's got to go for...
And Melanie's going to have something happening. Anybody ever hear of a dream board? Which I do have... I have 2 things listed here because Sandy gave me her, this is a dry erase board.
Oh, yeah. My wife's in the chat telling me that I just said mother-in-law. It's my mother. Sorry.
She gave me a huge one, and then I found this one, which is like 12 by 11, something like that. It's not like a to-do. It's what I should do. Put it next to your computer, a vision board. Yep. Put it on your shelf next to you somewhere where you could see it. Mm-hmm. And you want to know what Paul's dreams are. There you go. List the car, find an antique or flea market spot.
Yay!
And there's 5 more on the other board that I haven't...
You've been trying to sell that car forever, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of like, do I really want to sell it?
Are you going to take the fast nickel or the slow dime?
I'm going to get as much money as I can. I have thousands invested in that thing. So when we were agents, I would tell my agents, get a picture of $100 bill and put it up, tape it to the top of your monitor. Put a picture of the car of your dreams, put it up there so you know what you're working for or what you're working towards. Things to like people say squirrel moment. Well, if you happen to have a squirrel moment and that catches your eye, it'll get you back on track. Mm-hmm. It's the same as time blocking. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times I would have to put up sign, on my office door and say, time blocking, do not disturb. So I could just focus on what I'm doing. So if you need to and Alexa does it, and I haven't set it up yet.
You're talking to your
Yeah.
Mine didn't go off, but yours did.
You could tell it every hour, which I want to do. Tell me to get up away from the computer and go for a walk, like every 2 hours. You know, it has a productivity calendar and stuff you could do in there. I'm looking at it like whatever I have to do to stay on track,
True.
to stay focused.
True. Oh, Robert wants, forget the dimes, he wants the slow dollar.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Definitely.
I'll take the dollar. I'll take the quick dollar too. I'm easy.
Definitely. But if anybody else has questions or whatever that, you know, and I know this one was all kind of all over the place, and
I have a tendency to have that effect on people. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. And I learned a little bit more about you. Like, we have kind of like the same things, you know, like you go for your comfort zone, I go for my comfort zone, and you're never going to find me in it's hard to find me in a Goodwill anyway. You're never going to find me in the women's department looking for LuLaRoe. That is never going to happen.
Yeah, but bras are on clearance. You might want to think about it.
Right. Yeah. Jason talks about that. He says, you find the biggest, giantest bras I could find. He says, and they sell like that. You're never going to find me looking at that stuff.
Stretch out of that comfort zone, dude. Stretch.
Using Google as a selling tool. It's expensive. If you're talking Google ads. Fast versus slow, kind of dependent on storage space too. Do you have the room to hold on to it? That's very true. I won't tell you I never won't tell you I never use Google ads. I do. And if you register your business with Google, which is just a matter of going on to Google homepage, registering your business, and mine is registered here. They send you a postcard with a number on it.
Sourcing.
Huh?
Research and sourcing. She didn't mean.
No, she says using Google as a selling tool.
Yeah, and then she says, no, I mean research and sourcing.
Oh. Well, as a selling tool also, if you get that postcard back and you confirm, they'll give you $150 credit towards Google AdWords, Google Ads.
Yeah.
But yeah, sourcing. Yeah, I was on it all day yesterday looking for places for records, CDs, video games.
You're trying to get ungated for these?
I'm trying to get ungated, yeah.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. So if all of a sudden you see me selling albums, brand new albums, they still make 45s? No, huh?
They do actually still make singles for Record Store Day and stuff. They'll release singles.
Okay. Whatever I got to do, I'm trying to, you know, I don't think I'll ever hit the 6 figures this year with my reselling business, but if I could hit multiple 10s, I'll be fine. You know, but video games, EA Sports, EA games. There's a lot of games out there that they make, and they're desirable. So if I got to start buying those by the case, brand new, just to get ungated, it's worth it.
Is it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. There are people out.
That's something you got to look at. You got to look at the math. If Amazon is, you're making enough money at profit to make it work, then yeah, pursue it. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if I feel like it would be worth it for me to do that, because Amazon is a fickle mistress, and
they are. They
the minute you buy a case of whatever, and you've been going along with this, you know, case after case of whatever, and then suddenly they decide that they're going to get into it, and they're going to, you know.
I don't know what AENT is.
Or what? Sorry.
AENT.com. I will.
AEN.
I will check it out though. You're not talking about Entertainment Earth, are you? But I will check it out.
But hey, go, like I said, I'm not going to be pursuing very heavily Amazon, just because it's great as a convenience, and if I find something that'll go for it, but I'm not going to be pushing my Amazon sales.
Are you only doing? I'm just writing this down. Alliance.
I do have Amazon. I have some Amazon merchant fulfilled stuff that I still do. Still do some books through them. I still do some different items through them, but most of it's eBay. The booth. I was going to do some Akari. I haven't quite gotten there yet. And then local sales.
I reopened up my Macari, Poshmark, Bonanza, Offer Up, and 2 other accounts because the VA that I hired can do all at once.
Okay. What are you going to have? They're going to have them list?
All I have to do is take pictures and give them general information. Okay. So for me, it's like 60 seconds a listing.
Okay.
If that. They claim 30 seconds once you get into it. That's why I'm trying to gear up. If I can get 100 a day listed, I can breeze through the Star Wars collection in no time.
Okay.
Then it's just a matter of I used to have a bin system, and that's one thing that Wendy, the other D, was talking about. So in other words, if I take photos of these 3 items, and I put them up in the SKU, I'm going to say box 1. So once they're listed, and then when they sell, I'll know that these were all in box 1,
right,
or bin 1,
right. Yeah.
So that's the kind of inventory system that I use. You can get a VA on Fiverr.com, Fiverr. Not Rent-A-Coder, and you know the name of the place I just forgot. Upwork. I've used them several times, including now, and they're great. I have not used them, but I've heard of them on other streams.
Amazon seems to be getting more constrictive. Yeah, I mean,
how do you like when you list your stuff? How do you keep your inventory?
I have a sectional method. So I really want to move towards the bin method or the SKU method, but I haven't really gotten there yet. So everything is now like books are here, and then there's shelves. So books are here, toys are here, that kind of thing. So I know where to go look for stuff in an area, but it's not as organized as I'd like it to be.
So if you have to go away for a weekend to go see somebody and something sells and Mary has to ship it, is she going to be calling you? Where is this?
She might.
Okay.
But she knows where stuff is too. So she kind of knows where stuff is. But yeah, probably. But the goal is to get organized like that. So like I know that, every listing has a SKU number and a SKU is where the thing is. That would be lovely. But that's summer work once we get the rest of the shelves up.
That's the thing. Now, I was using bins. I was using the big not Tupperware, Rubbermaid bins. Today, I had to go do a little food shopping at Walmart, and I bought the Banker's boxes because I've been seeing more people use Banker's boxes. For one thing, the Rubbermaids have a round end.
Yeah.
They stick away from the wall a lot, where the Banker's box is flat.
Yeah. And they're straight down. They don't taper in.
So what I'm going to do is I only bought a 3-pack, but I think I'm going to start to convert to that. And then I have the metal wire shelving, the industrial chrome looking ones.
Yeah.
And I'll just label them like I did my bins. A1, A2. Once it gets full, you go to A3. Then you go to the next shelf down will be B, C, and throughout the room.
Yep. Mary said she'd call me for sure.
Yep.
She would.
I've heard of them on other streams. Yep. But so, yeah, everybody, thank you for coming in. Give me some ideas. We'll definitely have Dawn come back again if she'd like to. Give us some ideas what you'd like to discuss, like to talk about.
Yeah.
Paul, are you in a different place every show? It depends on the feeling. I did like Fiji. That was nice. And you get the pie point again, Robert. You're the only one that mentions it. But I do. And, Robert, I'm just trying that out. There's something about the algorithm that I'm just playing with now that you let the cat out of the bag. But yeah, so if anybody has some ideas of what they'd like to talk about, what they'd like to get more information on, if you want me to start pulling up and doing things, live, like applying for a wholesale account and things like
online
that.
Sourcing is one of the topics they would
Online sourcing, definitely.
Yep.
We could definitely spend a long time on online sourcing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Bring your ideas for sure. Just curious. Fiji.
Yeah, he was the only one that said anything so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree, Jules. All right, online sourcing, you got it. You're going to have to come in with us and talk about it, Jules.
Yeah.
Andy.
What?
Well, forget it. You talk about something else.
What are you crazy? Yeah.
Show live opening the accounts. I said that to myself last night. I said I should have been filming this, going through, and I'll do it because there are so many distributors out there. Oh, and another off-topic thing. For all you people that are in Phoenix, Dallas, and Orlando, the ASD show is not happening in Vegas this year. They're taking it on the road.
Whoa.
Go to ASD and look it up.
And ASD is?
I forget. It's the show with all the wholesale people, the closeouts.
You can't drop an acronym and not tell people what it is. That's rude.
I know. And I forget what the hell ASD stands for. But April 6th through 8th, they're going to be in Orlando. Hold on. I just sent them an email asking them asking them if the same vendors are going to be in each location. Sent. Because if not, I'm almost ASD. Here's your chance to connect with ASD. Will there be different vendors?
It could be autism spectrum disorder, and we don't want to go there.
Right.
Just saying.
I already registered. I have my badge. I don't know what it is, but because it doesn't say. Here is the link, not the link. Type this into Google. Should take you to the page. Okay. March 23rd through 26th, I believe, is Dallas. And before that is, I believe, Phoenix.
Market Reboot Show, ASD.
John, hope to talk. Yes, John, definitely want to talk to you about that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming in, too. And if anybody is interested, and I know March is not that far away, do yourself a favor. Get yourself a tax ID number if you don't have one, because you need one. They won't sell to you without that. And if you don't have a business card, go to Vistaprint. It's probably the least expensive. Get a business card made for yourself, for your business.
I think of where we went through.
There's two. There's Vistaprint, and I forget the other one. That's inexpensive.
Yeah, I can't remember where we went through it. We didn't go through Vista. We went through the other one.
Because when you go to a show like that, you have to give them copies of your tax certificate and a business card. Like the two most things that anybody's going to ask you to open up an account. So you need to have copies of that. Business card. You're a business. You should have a business card. Even if it's a hobby, it's a side hustle, it's a business. So you have time. Went through Moo. Moo's good. Yep. I have my Moo cards. I don't have my wallet here though.
Are you going to the ASD?
It's in Orlando. Yeah. I asked the question. I says, they didn't answer me yet because I just asked this morning when I got the email. Are the vendors different in every location? If they say yes, I may even think of going to the one in Dallas.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah. It's, New Orleans from here is a 10-hour drive. I don't know how much further Dallas is from New Orleans. But I'm telling you, this is a show that is worth going to. If you want to talk about getting into wholesale merchandise and, buying what they call replenishables, make one listing, you got 50 pieces, you keep going. Best way to do it. Oh, definitely, Melanie, definitely. Once I find out, once they answer me, and they're very good about that, I'll let everybody know that if there's going to be different vendors at each location. You might even think of going to, Don. I don't know how far Dallas is from where you are. Are you into that, long drives and stuff?
I like a good road trip once in a while.
Yeah, I mean, to find out, make contacts.
This kind of thing is usually good for nothing. It's definitely good for checking out vendors, but it's also good for networking and,
sourcing all the way there, all the way back.
Yeah. So if you go to that site and you ask them what ASD stands for, they don't even tell you.
Right.
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question.
Yep.
What does it stand for?
They've been around forever. I went to one the first one I went to was probably 25 years ago, 30 years ago. It was in the Javits Center. Mm-hmm. We were there for 2 days and we didn't see the whole show.
No, you won't. It's huge.
It is nice. And the nice thing is they're bringing it all around roadshow, what they call it. Are you going as a vendor? No, I'm going as a buyer.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth going to. So anything else, Dawn? I'm sorry I manipulated the conversation hogged the conversation.
It's okay. You're good. I'm used to you, Paul. I'm good with that.
Oh, no, don't say that. It makes me feel bad.
No, come on.
Affordable shopping destination.
There you go.
Melanie, did you ever get that sign for your building that says we're cheaper than they are across the street?
You should. That would be
go ahead. What were you going to say, Dawn? I'm sorry.
I was going to say tomorrow. I don't know. Do you have your
Swap Meet?
I might jump in on that if you don't have enough people.
Yeah, definitely. You're always welcome.
And then Thursday we do our regular Tuesday and Thursday at noon chick chat, Mary and I. So come on, stop in for that. We don't always cover business. Sometimes we just cover whatever. And then Monday next week, I'm gonna be on with No Money G and Midwest Picker, and we're doing an auction. We're gonna try an auction. So Greg and Dave and Mary and I are gonna try to show some stuff that might be interesting. So stop in. You don't see No Money G around too often, so he's got a lot of cool stuff.
No, I finally met him. It was very nice. I got to admit, everybody too in the chat, it is great to put a face with a name. That's why we always encourage everybody. Johnny in the morning, Two Hip Chicks in the afternoon, and myself. Come on in, say hi, talk, mingle. We're a small but tight-knit group of people, I guess you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And, like Melanie, the first time I spoke to Melanie, and now it's kind of like I give her crap, kind of like with me and Carol, brother and sister type thing. What do you mean you didn't open up yet? you know, because you have that kind of camaraderie going on. It's cool because they're your friends.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're encouraged to come in all the time and
Please.
talk and share ideas and stuff.
Please.
We help each other grow that way.
Yeah, truly. And you build relationships, and that doesn't hurt either because
It's all about relationships. And the other good thing too is, you know, if you like look at Dolly. I just found out that Greg is near Dolly. Mm-hmm. So there might come a time when Dolly gets a big buy on something and she can't handle it all. So, you know, you find somebody that's close to you, maybe they want to split it with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's all kinds of things like that can be done.
Yep.
That's the nice thing about it.
Yep. And it would be great for meetups too, because,
once this gets, Yeah, the meetups is one thing that went away that I think everybody's waiting to come back again.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. Although I have to admit, and I told Carol this last night, I said, not for nothing, 2021 is not starting off well at all. Mm-hmm. Just in the community alone, with people getting sick and in the hospital and stuff. And it's like, damn, you know? Sorry about that.
That's Carol calling you to tell you to get off the
YouTube. Oh, that's right. She's on. Oh. Damn it. All right, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Dawn, for coming in.
Thank you for having me, Paul. Anytime.
Oh, no problem. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Leave a comment on the bottom. Subscribe so you know when we go on. Yep. And thank you for coming in and spending some time with us. And when you leave a comment, tell us, like, you know, talk about this. What about this? What about that? I'm always here. I'm always willing to help. So just let us know.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Don't forget tomorrow's swap meet. Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards and stuff.
All right. Good night, everybody. Be safe.
Peace out.